Good thing you're not claustrophobic. LUPIN's camp has always been there, hidden deep inside the mountains. There are shadows forming again. Tread carefully here. This is LUPIN's camp. LUPIN says he's been looking for you. He wanted you to come here and see for yourself where it all started. He was so little when your mother and kin came here to put an end to his mother just because she was different, a hunter. That night, the hunter became the hunted, trapped with nowhere to run. He says your mother showed no mercy. Only vengeance. He can see that you're not like your mother. There's something different about you. Maybe you would have made a better decision than she did, and let them be. They orphaned him, left him alone, an outcast and a freak. LUPIN says he's been reliving the moment every night since then. He says your mother and her disciples started something that couldn't be undone. They created the monster he would become. He knew his time would come and he was patient. So, when he got news about your birth, he knew how to get revenge that would last. That's why he spared you that night he raised the village when you were a child. He wanted you to suffer for life, like he had.
Just so
He marked you for life, so he'd recognize you when you met again, and you'd eventually remember where you came from. His hunger grew insatiable over the years to come. He tried, but being vegetarian wasn't in his nature, and he couldn't go hungry. But he's never taken a life for the sake of appetite. It's always been about survival, and that our true self is being who we are. A deep look into nature will make you understand everything better, and that natural selection eliminates, and the strongest survive. Fate is for those too weak to determine their own destiny, and now the time has come for you to accept yours. So much better. Terminal. It's so active out here with the light.
Farfarifto, tuka kubu toledrea ya maoloa.
Out of Date says that from what he's heard, you've been busy.
Mokbu far kubi, yuba dolowawa.
He says he appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately he's got urgent news from his friend Noko in the east.
Yudnuluaftula adu awa ya ea.
Out of Date says that even though he's unsure about your intentions, he hopes you'll support Noko.
Yudnuluaftula maotoliawahu.
He says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Noko and making sure she gets what she needs is up to you. That doesn't sound good. Out of Date was spot on. The hoof puff needs to be stopped.
Yeah, move for bo. Boom.
Out of Date says that Noko is worried now that the Eastern World Eater is stepping up its activity.
Koyetu koreboy nuekek ujbar no barke.
He explains that Noko keeps a fabled steed that she has planned to ride out to the World Eater, but needs help to get it prepared.
Pilfov ugvuhu vobra boom.
Out of Date suggests that you should head east as fast as possible and see what you can do to help.
Mauya.
He's happy to help.
Befarbihita huntukub kirko.
Begs you to help the world and not just stand by and watch it all rot.
Ugambun ang ugagad yepromo bufu.
Says you'll see each other later.
Vunko vunturbo.
He guesses you're back for more.
Fofo umbak bakwa papamu.
Tells you to enjoy the day and the night in equal measure, if you can.
Valu alu hero.
So, says you covered the important things already.
To wavu.
He guesses you're back for more.
Kutuvun poputue.
Thinks it's weird you haven't met Lobo yet. You should hit the blimp station and put that right.
Loma utulu ba yowo.
Says goodbye to you.
Kabobe farhi.
He guesses you're back for more.
Le yayato loatolu tum.
It doesn't matter if you're scared to meet the hoof puff.
Ya, sawata mua.
Seems surprised you have to go.
Loatolo maua.
He guesses you're back for more.
Far kobe makoto far titaba.
Wouldn't be surprised if you met again. For a beastie, this mount is so gentle. Glad to see some wood scrap there. Wonder where we can get some ride shoes for the mount. This must be Bionucleus 7H. Better be careful. The contamination here can mess with your molecular structure. This thing needs new bound sorbers. You finally found the village of Bumlidoff. Ah, the Gnote pen. Noko never leaves this place. She's always put the living things first. Nooks isn't an easy language, but at least it's manageable. She says she is so happy to see you again. She wonders if you remember her. She's Noko. She let you ride her Majut when you were a kid. Noko remembers you used to chase around with so much energy and is glad to see you haven't lost any of that spark. But that's all long gone now, though. Memories show us where we've been, not where we're going. Seems reluctant to even say its name. It's become personal to her too, since it's taken so many of her innocent gnotes as prey. Noko remembers those days too, but she never lets herself wallow in them, no matter how tempting that can be. She sees you're back to buck with LUPIN. Can't see how there's any way to avoid that now. Not for long, at least. She says the horrors of your younger days were enough to ruin anyone, but not you. You've got all that cheer about you still. Noko says history is like the trail you've been on. You can walk back down it any time you like, until it's worn smooth. But you get to blaze your own trail from here. Then you are stronger than her. She can't help wanting LUPIN to pay for what he did to her gnotes, despite the fact it's against her nature.
Come toward the light.
Slow down. Why would you rush in?
When you see what you want, why wait?
Well, what about being careful?
Pah! Poppycock! Full speed ahead!
Asks how many paths you've wandered in the world, and if you ever wonder about what might have changed if you'd taken different ones. You can't do everything you want, can't go everywhere, can't see everything, only what you can. So happy the world is going to live, would have been crushed to see all the gnotes die with it. Likes that you stood up for the world and spurred your way toward helping it out. Glad you saw the light with the myriad. They always bring a sparkliness to any day, and sometimes the nights too. They're just so shiny, makes her smile to think about them. But let's not speak of that now. She has an idea where the Majut might have gone, as there's no other place it likes as much as its own corner of the open wild. She's even named it the Majut Meadow. The Majut will recognize the scent you've attracted while being here, so it'll probably trust you enough to follow you. You should lead the Majut back here when you find it. It's going to take time to get it calm enough to be able to ride out to the World Eater. It's the most magnificent creature she's ever encountered. A creature straight out of a dream or story. Fate is funny that way, but it won't always make you laugh. Let's see. Disgusting. Biohazard. Just gross. Always good to have some wood scrap like that on hand. You found the Majut meadow. Watch out for the Majut. Super effective. Yeah. The future is in your hands, so take care of it.
Now that
the Majut is back in the pen, it seems calm. But Noko is still concerned. She says the Majut is still anxious, but Fortunately, she knows just the thing it needs to calm down.
Ala anora kapapum.
The Majut once found and ate a bonbon gummy by mistake, and that the chewing really calmed it down.
Apli tonomuta. Huri kumbala muma. Rumble marsamambu.
She says that you should find some bonbon gummies for the Majut by the crossway. At least, that's where she found some last time.
Anora kapapum. Kana munta. Rumble marsamambu.
She figures the choosies from the old world are made from gummy trees, but wouldn't be surprised if they were actually made from some chemical concoction, though. Don't trust your eyes so much. They play tricks in the dark. A crossway. This means you have a choice to make. Which way? Needs a key. That's a pling. Looks like the control box handles need to be wheeled to buzz the wire. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Wired up and ready to go. Let's pocket that. That's just awful. Watch your step around here. Every day is a new chance to fulfill your destiny. Now that's loot. As long as karma exists, the world changes, and we change with it. Want to get your arms swole? Grab those guns flexors and get pumping that iron. Got to time it right to make them work. Left, right, left, right. Pumping good, looking better. Focus on your goal. The stars never give enough light. Just find your footing. Don't look down. You flick the switches in order to green-light the current and activate the electrons in the panel. Good. The loop is electrified enough to... That's a motored blind box dispenser. These auto markets were quite popular in the long gone for those who had coin left for fun. Crank slightly. Just a few moves left. Make them count. What you see is what you get. Once it's out of the blind box, that is. Suits you. Stay on top and you'll be fine.
Terena masalapu.
With its attention diverted to the chewy bonbon gummy, the Majut calms down. But Noko is still concerned.
Narolote. Asil natu.
She's relieved the Majut has calmed down, but you'll need a heavier sit-tight to ride it than the one she's got.
Asana yotpa.
The only sit-tight she can think of that would be heavy enough is one she's spotted mounted on an old-world mecha-Majut.
Sana yote. Ingadaldo.
If she remembers correctly, she spotted it at the Smilo shopperia while scavenging for treats for the gnotes. That's not so far away.
Amu. Inadabsunka. Ariaroche nui mumera.
Seems the old world had plenty to offer, and all in one place for those obsessed with material things. Almost too much, if you ask her. Hard not to feel tiny in the mountains.